श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी टू ऑल।
जय श्री माता जी टू ऑल।
पूरे विराट फैमिली को जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी। थैंक यू।
जय श्री माता जी। सभी लोग दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ रखेंगे। सब अपने आप को म्यूट कर लेंगे और दोनों हाथ गोद में
प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ शिरीषा दीदी। जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ अपनी गोद में रखेंगे और ब्रह्मचारिणी स्वरूप में माँ का आगमन हुआ है आज हमारे स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र में। उनका प्यार निरंतर बह रहा है, उसकी अनुभूति लेंगे, उसका आनंद लेंगे। Let us all enjoy our Divine Mother's love in her Brahmacharini Swarupa, flowing through our hands. माँ के इसी प्रेम और चैतन्य के सहारे हम अपनी कुंडलिनी माँ को जागृत करेंगे और माँ का कवच धारण करेंगे। Let us all raise our Kundalini Mother and take her armor, her bandhan, and protect ourselves. बंधन लेने के बाद माँ के 3 महामंत्र लेंगे और उसके बाद श्री गणेश मंत्र लेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री की साक्षात श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता दी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। After taking Mahamantras, we all will check the vibrations, the flow of vibrations above our Sahasrara. महामंत्रास के बाद सहस्रार के ऊपर चैतन्य की धारा कितनी बढ़ी है, हम अपना दायां हाथ सहस्रार के ऊपर चेक करेंगे। धीरे धीरे उसको और ऊपर लेकर जाएंगे अपने हाथ को, और जहां तक चैतन्य की अनुभूति होती है हम उसे एंजॉय करेंगे, आनंद लेंगे। After Mahamantras, let us all raise our right hand and keep it above Sahasrara and feel the gush of vibration on top of our head. Let us raise the hand more above, we will take it till where we can feel our mother's love flowing. अब दायां हाथ हम गोद में रख लेंगे और अब बाएं हाथ से हम यही प्रक्रिया दोहराएंगे। Let us all raise our left hand and keep it above our Sahasrara and repeat the same process. Our hand where we can feel the flow of vibration. हाथ को हम और ऊपर लेकर जाएंगे जहां तक हमें माँ के प्रेम की अनुभूति होती है। धीरे से बाएं हाथ को भी गोद में लेकर आएंगे। दोनों हाथ गोद में रखकर चित्त को वहीं ऊपर जहां तक हम हाथ ले गए थे वहीं पर छोड़ेंगे और वहां से दोनों हाथों में बह रहे माँ के प्रेम की अनुभूति लेंगे। अब हम दोनों हाथ भूमि माता पर रखेंगे और चित्त को पूरी तरह मूलाधार पर केंद्रित करेंगे। Let us all keep both our hands on Mother Earth and our entire attention on Muladhara. Lord Ganesha is completely awakened in our Muladhara, and he has established Ma Shaila Putri in our Muladhara yesterday. And from Ma Shaila Putri we have learnt Shraddha and Saburi, the patience. Let us all do stuti of Lord Ganesha and thank him for bringing Ma Shaila Putri in our Muladhara and establishing her. First, we will pray to Lord Ganesha to give us complete balance in our both nadis. मूलाधार में इष्ट देव गणेश जी की स्तुति करेंगे और उनका धन्यवाद करेंगे कि उन्होंने माँ शैलपुत्री को हमारे मूलाधार में स्थापित किया और उनसे हमने श्रद्धा और सबूरी सीखी। लॉर्ड गणेशा से प्रार्थना करेंगे कि वो हमारी ईड़ा और पिंगला दोनों नाड़ियों में पूर्ण संतुलन हमें प्रदान करें। ताकि हम पूरी तरह सुषुम्ना में रहें और माँ के बहते प्रेम का निरंतर आनंद उठाएं। Now we will keep both our hands in our lap after getting complete balance. Attention we will keep in Muladhara only, and we will praise Lord Ganesha and make him happy. Sri Gananadha Sindhuravarna Karuna Sagara Karivadana Lambodara Lakumikara Sri Gananadha Sindhuravarna Karuna Sagara Karivadana Ambodara Lakumikara Lambodara Lakumikara Ambasuta Amara Vinuta Siddhacharana Gana Sevita Siddhi Vinayaka Te Namo Namo Lambodara Lakumikara Ambasuta Amara Vinuta Sakala Vidya Adi Pujita Sarvotama Te Namo Namo Lambodara Lakumikara Ambasuta Amara Vinuta Sri Gananadha Sindhuravarna Karuna Sagara Karivadana Lambodara Lakumikara। माँ चरणों को मूलाधार में जो कि साक्षात श्री गणेश है वंदन करेंगे। Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji's lotus feet in our Muladhara, which are Sakshat Ganesha. Now let us raise our attention to our Swadhisthana chakra. Today is the second day of Navaratri. Today our Divine Mother comes in the form of Brahmacharini. Brahma means the one and only one self-existing spirit, the absolute reality, universal self, personal God, the sacred knowledge. Charini means occupation with, or engaging, or proceeding, or behavior, conduct, or to follow, moving within, or going after. She is the goddess of asceticism and penance, as her name is the female equivalent of one who practices Brahmacharya. He walks on bare feet, carrying a japamala in her right hand and a kamandalu in her left hand. Brahmacharini is the mother goddess born unto Prajapati Daksha as his daughter Sati, and later married Shiva. This is her unmarried form. Her other names are Parvati, Aparna, Uma. नवरात्रि के दूसरे दिन ब्रह्मचारिणी माता की पूजा की जाती है। वह आदि पराशक्ति की नवदुर्गा का दूसरा स्वरूप है। ब्रह्मचारिणी माता सती देवी हैं, जो अपने मायके में सती रूप में भगवान शिव को अपने पति के रूप में पाने के लिए कठोर तपस्या कर रही थी। वह दक्ष प्रजापति की पुत्री है। ऐसा कहा जाता है कि भगवान शिव को अपने पति के रूप में पाने के लिए अपनी तपस्या के दौरान उन्होंने फर्श पर सोते हुए 1000 साल फूलों और फलों के आहार पर और अगले 100 साल पत्तेदार सब्जियों के आहार पर बिताए। इसके अलावा चिलचिलाती गर्मियों, कठोर सर्दियों और तूफानी बारिश में खुले स्थान पर रहकर उन्होंने सख्त उपवास का पालन किया। हिंदू पौराणिक कथाओं के अनुसार भगवान शिव की तपस्या के दौरान वह 3000 वर्षों तक बिल्व पत्र और नदी के पानी पर रहीं। बाद में उन्होंने बिल्व पत्र खाना भी बंद कर दिया और बिना भोजन और पानी के अपनी तपस्या जारी रखी। जब उन्होंने बिल्व पत्र खाना भी छोड़ दिया तो उन्हें अपर्णा के नाम से जाना गया। ब्रह्मांड में हर कोई ब्रह्मचारिणी मां द्वारा किए गए तप से प्रभावित था, एक भगवान शिव को छोड़कर, जो अंततः ब्रह्मचारी के वेश में उनसे मिलने आए। फिर वो उनकी पहेलियों पर सवाल उठाकर उनकी जांच करते हैं, जिनका ब्रह्मचारिणी माता ने सही सही उत्तर दिया था। अंत में पार्वती की बुद्धि और सुंदरता की प्रशंसा करने के बाद ब्रह्मचारी विवाह का प्रस्ताव रखता है। ब्रह्मचारी कोई और नहीं बल्कि भगवान शिव के रूप में है, ये पहचानते हुए ब्रह्मचारिणी मां ने ब्रह्मचारी को विवाह के लिए हाँ कहा। भगवान शिव अपने असली रूप में प्रकट होते हैं और अंततः उन्हें स्वीकार करते हैं और उनकी तपस्या को तोड़ देते हैं। ब्रह्मचारिणी मां को सफेद वस्त्र और नंगे पैर चलते हुए दाहिने हाथ में जपमाला और बाएं हाथ में पवित्र जल ले जाने के लिए कमंडल के रूप में दर्शाया जाता है। ब्रह्मचारिणी अविवाहित होने का प्रतीक है और सफेद रंग पवित्रता का प्रतीक है। ऐसा माना जाता है कि मां ब्रह्मचारिणी अपनी पूजा करने वाले सभी भक्तों को सुख, शांति, समृद्धि और कृपा प्रदान करती हैं। हमारी माँ भी बचपन में नंगे पैर चलती थी, ऐसा प्रचार में है और ऐसा ही जाना जाता है। ब्रह्मचारिणी का मंत्र लेंगे। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मां ब्रह्मचारिणी रूपेण संस्थिता। नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। दधाना करपद्माभ्याम् अक्षमालाकमण्डलो देवी प्रसीदतु मयि ब्रह्मचारिण्यनुत्तमा। तपश्चारिणी त्वमहि तापत्रयनिवारिणी ब्रह्मरूपधरा ब्रह्मचारिणी प्रणमाम्यहम्। शङ्करप्रिया त्वमहि भुक्तिमुक्तिदायिनी शान्तिदा ज्ञानदा ब्रह्मचारिणी प्रणमाम्यहम्। स्वादिष्ठान में माँ के इस स्वरूप पर ध्यान करेंगे। हंसयुक्त विमानचारिणी अंबिके जगदंबिके सर्वमंगलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धि विधायिके। हंसयुक्त विमानचारिणी अंबिके जगदंबिके सर्वमंगलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धि विधायिके। हंसयुक्त विमानचारिणी आभ्रचुंबित नीलहिमगिरि शुभ्रसानु निवासिके आभ्रचुंबित नीलहिमगिरि शुभ्रसानु निवासिके यक्षकिन्नर सिद्धचारण रक्षिताखिल कामदे। हंसयुक्त विमानचारिणी अंबिके जगदंबिके सर्वमंगलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धि विधायिके हम संयुक्त विमानचारिणी मानलोले केलिलोले माननीय गुणात्मिके मानलोले केलिलोले माननीय गुणात्मिके घोर धनुज विमर्दिनी वर्धित नीलचरिते चंडिके हम संयुक्त विमानचारिणी अंबिके जगदंबिके सर्वमंगलदायिके सर्वार्थ सिद्धि विधायिके हम संयुक्त विमानचारिणी स्वादिष्टान चक्र में माँ ब्रह्मचारिणी की स्तुति से उनको प्रसन्न करने के बाद हम सुषुम्ना नाड़ी में अपना चित्त धीरे से नाभि पर फिर अनाहत पर विशुद्धि पर फिर आज्ञा पर और फिर सहस्त्रार पर लेकर जाएंगे। चित्त को सहस्त्रार में स्थिर करेंगे। माँ ने कितने कठिन तप के बाद शिव जी को पाया, ये हमने जाना। हमने भी कितने सुकृत हमारे पूर्व जन्मों में किए होंगे, जो माँ ने हमें हमारी आत्मा से परिचित कराया। माँ को शतकोटि नमन करेंगे। और इसी निर्विचार स्थिति में माँ की अमृतवाणी ग्रहण करेंगे, आत्मसात करेंगे। Let us all stabilize ourselves in Sahasrara. Mother has done thousands of years of tapasya, and God Shiva don't know how many janmas we did tapasya and what sukrut we did, that Mother has given us our Atma. We thank her profusely. Shatakoti naman माँ को करेंगे. And then we will listen to her Amritvani in this very state.
So today is second day of Navarathri. I told you yesterday that first the auspiciousness and the holiness was created through the creation of Sri Ganesha, so that this world should be filled with auspiciousness and holiness. You can see in the history that people in the olden times cared for auspiciousness and were afraid of God. They had fear for God and they didn't challenge God at all. But gradually the evil took over And so this auspiciousness and holiness started getting not exhausted but sleeping on. So Ganesha started sleeping. And as Ganesha sleeps, the people are not afraid of God. They think they can do what they like. What can God do? After all, we don't see. They also have no gratitude for what God has done for them. They have no gratitude about the blessings of this universe, that it was created, all the beauty that God gave. Because they are ignorant, and in ignorance they forget everything. Now the problem started more when Ganesha started sleeping. With his power, people were afraid of God. They were righteous. They wanted to be good people. They didn't want to commit sins. But the first life grew in the bottom. And you know the whole evolutionary process, how it took place. In the second center, Sadhisthana, which had created all the universes and all that, all around. In the Mother Earth, there was water. And on that surface of Mother Earth, life started growing. Then the evolutionary process took place in this Bhavasa. Till we come to the human stage. As I told you, there were animals first who came up in the evolutionary process. They grew up and they grew very big. Then they had to become small. Then they became very cunning. All kinds of things happened in the evolutionary process, left and right and left. Ultimately, a human being was created. He too was in the image, not of God at that time, but in the image of an animal. Because the animal has he has come from the animal stage. But God created man into the image of himself. In the sense, out of these barbaric models, we call them half man, half this thing. Like you can say the monkeys becoming man. Then he created something, we can call it as Adam and Eve, people who wanted. So this was all done at that time. As you know that Adam and Eve are symbolic, two personalities who wanted to know what is good and what is bad. And because of this urge to find out, that we can know. Also in the search of God, many people think there's no need to have any advice or any realization. We can do it ourselves. What is the need to have mother tell us anything? We can do it ourselves. So they wanted to do it themselves on their own. So God said, all right, you go ahead. And that's how the circle started, with the search of the truth. And as you know, we are here today, enlightened. So then the enlightenment has come ultimately. But one had to go through the desert, the darkness of ignorance, and then come to this stage. Then the state came in that we needed somebody to lead us, as somebody is needed in the process of, you can call it the evolution. One fish came out and crawled through and became a reptile. In the same way, you needed every time some leader to come out. It brings you higher and higher and higher. So the first incarnation, I would say, was that of the goddess. She was the first to lead people towards God. Because if you see in the world, we have the chakra of Swadhisthana. And we have also the great gurus, prophets who tried to save human beings. But this was later. Before came the goddess to save people from all these greed and destruction. Somewhere had become very evil people who were called as Rakshasas, devils, and somewhere had become good people. Out of them then, the goddess created these great saints. They worshipped the mother and they became great saints. They became incarnations of saintliness. So the first incarnation that ever came was that of the goddess. And this is on the second yuga that we can call Shri. She came before Sri Krishna, she came before Sri Ram, and she saved people from getting drowned into Bhavasagar. This then created great saints and sages and gurus who tried to save people. We have gurus who were very great, I should say saints and very evolved, but also we had some who were right side, who knew all kinds of Vedas, they knew all kinds of sciences, they knew all kinds of, you can call them the divine weapons and things like that. And we also had left side gurus who believed in their devotion to God. Like you can say, Moses was there, Abraham, Moses, all these people came who were left-sided. Muhammad was there, one of the last ones you can say, and then none of them. So came the devotion to God, devotion to the all-pervading power, started like that. So at this stage, that people tried to murder these great saints, like Socrates. And we know everybody had to suffer so much, because nobody in the collective liked saints or goodness or righteousness. That's how we had fallen down so much at the time, as you know, in the time of Moses, what happened. And all these things like Sharia and all that has come from Moses, but the Muslims are following it. And at that time it was such a bad decadent society that they had to use these methods of very strong punishment or banishment, so that people were afraid not to do anything that is sinful or that is sinful. But now they are taken up by the Muslims. The Muslims are using that culture that they have no right. They are no saints, they are not gurus, nothing, and they cannot use this. But they started using it. But if you see, our society, some of our Western societies, have really become very decadent and are going down. So now it is for us who are enlightened people to awaken us to reality, to make them face up to see that where are we? In the name of pleasures, enjoyment, indulgences, how they are destroying themselves. We have to talk to them, we have to tell them, we have to awaken them, and that's why now we are going to protest also in Paris. The basic thing we have to understand that we have a very, very big responsibility. At the time when the goddess incarnated, she had just to save people from the cruelties of these devils, that's all. Because devils were on one side, goddess were on the other side, it was very powerful, she was killing all the devils and all the evil. But now, in modern times, it's become a very delicate thing, because these devils have entered into the brains of all the sadhakas. I've seen even people who were born their life were indulging into all kinds of wrong things because of the society. So many went to horrible gurus and they have those boots in their heads. So it's a very intricate operation one has to perform. Take out these things. And that lingers on and still it puts doubts in their heads and also curbs your strength to fight it. But as surgeons, you have a tremendous responsibility. And you must try to clear out yourself of all these conditionings, of all these wrong ideas that the society has spread so far. So on one side, the evolution went on. Now, it has gone down. Decadence has started. People are just getting ruined and living with unnatural things, with materialistic things. And people are becoming extremely selfish, also deceitful, not afraid of God. Even the priests, even the churches, even the temples, even the mosque, all these people who are representing God are crooked, they are criminals. They are not afraid of. So the first thing one has to understand that if we are not afraid of God, we cannot work out. Human beings only work under two circumstances. One, either there should be fear or there should be some temptation. Otherwise nothing can work out. The fear of God is the most important, that we should not do anything that we displease God by anything. We have to be very, very careful on this point. Because first of all, we are complicated personalities. We've got these books in our heads. We've got these ideas in our head. Like in Germany, when first I think Gregor went there and told them that you can't have licentious life anymore, now you are surgeons. So they said, of course we are surgeons, that doesn't mean we have to run our lives. You have to change. So 300 people went there. But then came in Mr. H. They were all back. So these warnings are coming from us. Thinking too much, dominating others, right-sidedness. Now, first time is leading you to your state. And in this stage, in this disease, outwardly nothing happens, but you start reducing. You become like a reptile. People have to carry you on your back. Just like a reptile, like a fish. Left-sided, you know already, the cancer and all these incurable diseases come from left side. So this onslaught, I would say, such a big attack of the negativity is more felt in Kali than anywhere before. Because now you have to think as to what is missing in our society, what we have to do about it, and that we have got luckily this Chaitanyas. How can we help our society? So we have to widen our vision and think about it. It's not this time that only the goddess has to save you from the evil. It's much more. She has given you powers. And these powers are to be used. Instead of that, if you are still lurking with all these old things, how can you have the powers? So one of the gurus, we should say one of the last gurus was Mahamantra and then Nana. And both of them have said one is you must surrender. Islam means surrender. You must surrender. But they don't. I've seen people don't surrender. They still stick on the things. Say I told people you must put on. They will not put on. Because nobody puts on, so they are not putting on. Then they become bald-headed. They come to me, mother, we lost all of it. You put on oil. I told you to put on oil. Why don't you put on oil? They won't. Just don't do it. Because the rest of the people don't put on oil, you should not. You are not there. You are different. Try to understand. You are not the other people. You are the leaders. And you shouldn't follow them. They should follow you. Instead of that, you are following all the general opinion of the people and you want to live like that. Then how can you be a saint? A saint lives like the way he has to do. Because he has the wisdom. And that is what you have to understand, that all these ideas have gone in your head and it's a very delicate operation. Even to tell you something, if I tell something to the ladies, they'll start crying. If I tell something to men, they'll leave suddenly. As if they're obliging me. It's wrong. What you have to do is that God has chosen you to be the leaders of the people. To be the leaders. Do you know you are going to be the leaders? And then how a leader should be? Should be a model. And that's why in the Islam or in Naraka's space is complete surrender. What do you surrender? Is nothing but this ego, this conditioning, this nonsensical ideas. And that we have to surrender. That's very important and surprising. How Muhammad Sahib has surrendered, that Islam is to surrender, must be the reason he must be knowing that now ego is going to overpower the left side. We are not ordinary people. How many people know how to raise Kundalini? But still I see people do not know on the field where are the chakras of them. Simple things they don't know. I don't know what time, where they spend their time, what do they talk. The other day I asked these Indian girls, what are the stones that are for all this? They didn't know. I'm surprised. None of them knew. They're Indians. I thought they should know all that. It's all there. But they don't know. I don't know what they talk. Morning till evening they're talking. What do they talk? You should find out. It's all I've said. It's all in the television. This thing, what you call this, on the tape. Finished. This knowledge should be in your brain. and the vibration should be in your hearts. So Navaratri is a big preparation. We have to know that the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga has to come into us. Otherwise, why will people think that you are saints? Nobody is going to believe you that you are saints in your behavior, in your knowledge, in your dealings with others. Everything a Sahaja Yogi should be something outstanding. When I said you all have to become your own masters, then they use it the other way around. They tell the leader, now we have become our own masters. It's not the way. So first thing is wisdom. Wisdom to understand that we are Sahaja Yogis. Assume the power. Sometimes I feel as if a beggar is made a king, suppose. Still he doesn't assume his position. Anybody coming, he says, can you give me one penny? Though he's a king. Something like that. Now you have become the leaders of the world, all over the world. And this is something to be assumed and felt. It's not ego, it's reality. Because once you know that it is reality, you immediately change yourself. Immediately you will think that, now what are we doing? How much do we know? We have the leaders, the responsibility is ours. If that is understood, you will be surprised that nothing is needed to work out your cleansing. Just automatically it will work. That's my blessings. That's it. But you must feel that I have to be all right. You have to feel. The situation becomes helpless for me. If I tell something to somebody, they start crying. Or they run away from surgery. So what am I to do? Should I leave you at the same stage as it is? Now to save you from evil is not the same as to fight Mahishasura or Narakasura, not that. But Narakasura has also gone to your head and Mahishasura has also gone to your head. So the only thing one has to do is to understand there is this one in me. I'll ask her to get it. Once you work it out that way, you are doing Navaratri itself. You have got powers, you have knowledge, you know, you can feel it. Just take out all these conditions. We are something different. We are not ordinary people. We are something very special. And why should we at all behave like others, like the way others behave? No, not necessary. And what a big thing you have, what a big knowledge you have. Look at Christ. He was alone. He talked what he wanted to say to multitudes. He talked. He was crucified. Still he talked. Till the end. But he was knowledgeable. And you might say that Mother, he was an incarnation, all right. But in no way you are less now. You know how to raise the Kundalini, you know everything. You are my children. So I would suggest that to develop wisdom, you must meditate and be in the center. So all these things will go. Just be away from this nonsense. In what atmosphere we live, what we do, it's not important. We have to know that we are something exceptional. All the Ganas, all the angels are just waiting
आज स्वादिष्टान करेंगे माँ ब्रह्मचारी सागमन स्वादिष्टान को पूर्ण निःशब्दता संतुष्ट करती और माँ ब्रह्मचारी से हमें तप करना सीखा। इस निःशब्दता में जो जितनी देर तप करना चाहते हैं कर सकते हैं या बंधन लेके उठ सकते हैं। श्री माता जी के ब्रह्मचारिणी स्वरूप को सिर झुकाकर दोनों हाथ जोड़कर नमन करेंगे, धन्यवाद करेंगे। जय श्री माता जी। निर्मल